right, let's get a look at the trading day ahead. We bring back in Paul Schatz. He's the president of Heritage Capital. Paul, so what's your feeling here today? It looks like we're in for a soft open, but typically after these long weekends, there's always a lot to digest, and the new development, I guess, is going to have to be the situation in North Korea. So how do you play it today?
Well, the Korea thing is not new. We've seen this show how many times in the last 10 years? It seems like whenever they get kind of pushed to the back seat, they have to make some, comment on the international stage. I think it's a non-event. I think we all know that they're just pushing for more, kind of help. But I'm not worried about that at all. The key is, the markets peaked a couple of weeks ago. We're now in a trading range that should result in a slight move lower over the next, 1 to 3 weeks, and that should set the stage for a final assault on Dow 9,000, 9,500 over the summer. If you add, sector-wise in the U.S. markets, I think you play, the energy theme, the steel theme. If you want something a little off the beaten path, you look in the biotech area. I'm absolutely not going near financials still.
Paul, the GM news, is that all washed into everybody's thoughts and prices? They expect what's probably going to happen this week?
Yeah, the surprise would be if GM doesn't file for bankruptcy. Certainly everyone has planned for the GM bankruptcy now for well over a month. There's no shock. There's nothing that could really shock the system. The scary part would be if somehow GM didn't file bankruptcy, and you kind of have this, patient on life support being fed steak and lobster by the government that would kind of hang it on for no reason. But I think you have to get that news event out of the way. Let's file for bankruptcy, reorg, and move on.
Paul, is there any particular data point you're going to be looking out for this week or next? I mean, will it be the consumer confidence numbers, the GDP number, for example, or perhaps even the May employment report?
I guess the May employment report, but I don't think there's anything right in front of us that's going to be a game changer. I mean, so many things are baked in the cake. We've got trillions and trillions globally in the system. Now, people said it before, there's free money out right now. The question is going to be what happens when the Fed is taking the punch bowl away, which they're starting to do on a very small basis, and what happens when the stimulus package runs out in Q4 of 09 or Q1 of 10. That's the bigger issue. Right now, money is flowing. Rates are essentially free in the U.S. on the short end of the curve. So there's nothing that's going to really upset the apple cart right now. It's going to be a question to discuss, down the road. The summer, we're going to be fine.
Really quickly, Paul, the old sell in May. Not many days left to sell in May, but, would that have been a smart advice?
I don't believe so. No, I mean, if you're telling me, would you sell at the May peak and go away for good? No, I think, we saw a peak in May. We'll see some kind of low in June, and that's going to set the stage for one final burst higher in the rally that lasts at least through, July, August, maybe into September. I have concerns again that there will be some kind of fall swoon.
Paul Schatz, President of Heritage Capital, our thanks to you. Quick final check on the futures. They're a little bit weaker here today as we head into our Tuesday open. And that is it for today's show. I'm Matt Nesto in the U.S.
I'm Ross Westgate here in Europe.
And I'm Maura Fogarty in Asia. Thanks for watching Worldwide Exchange.